Say
And we
what?
jamming, and we jamming, and we
To
jamming.
no music.
And we're here. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to Brothers in Arms podcast. Yes, we are in fact sitting in the same, at least two of us are sitting in the same room at this moment.
Come on.
It is the 16th of September in the year of our Lord 2023. This is episode 128. And it's not a good evening, it's a good afternoon
Good
on this
afternoon.
fine Saturday.
What? Have we ever had an episode this early in the day,
No,
gentlemen?
No, not to my knowledge. I mean, we're well over 100 episodes in, but to my knowledge, we've never been this early in the day. And I mean, we've done Saturdays, but usually not in the middle. Usually, we always podcast in the evening, but
Right.
situation dictates, and things are weird, and we're just making it happen.
I'm
weird.
Well,
No, you're not.
you are wonderfully unique, Alex.
Amen.
Wonderfully unique. You know, I think the earliest was our first podcast, which we did at my dining room table in Parkersburg, West Virginia, in that weird, like, halfway room between living room and kitchen. Do you remember that, Jazz?
Yes.
And so we sat at that table around one microphone, looking at the same camera, and boy, episode 1 feels like forever ago, doesn't it?
It was actually, if you go back and you think about it, because we literally started this. We've been doing this now, what, 2 years? No, more than that.
More than that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we started this. I was still on recruiting duty, and that was 3 years ago. So those first episodes were done when I was still out on the streets.
Like he was homeless.
No, not homeless. Well, no, I wasn't homeless, but it was I was in the trenches, so to speak. It was an interesting time, to say the least. I will never forget that.
I don't think any of us will forget that, Greg. None of us. Like, New York was just a weird thing. So that was an interesting phase.
It was an interesting experience. Like I said, I think we've done an episode. I've talked about that time.
Oh yeah.
Time in my career. So there's actually one of my buddies that I was on recruiting duty with. We weren't completely different. We were in the same district, different stations, but he went to recruiter school the same time I did, and he was in New Jersey, and he actually started a podcast he's been doing for a while now, and it's for recruiters and time on recruiting duty, that kind of thing. And I keep meaning to. I need to message him and jump on and do a podcast with him one night. He calls it the SUC, the SUC. So It stands for the Salty Untold Chronicles.
Aw.
So welcome to the SUC is what he likes to say. But it's a pretty cool, for if you're a recruiter in any branch of service, really, but especially if you're a Marine recruiter, it's definitely worth taking a listen. He's interviewed current and previous sergeants majors, recruiter instructors, recruiters, good and bad. Talks about like what to do on recruiting duty, things that you can, how to help yourself improve, that kind of thing. It's really well done.
It sounds helpful.
Good times.
But
hello,
Hi.
I've missed you. I've missed both of you because.
Shut up! You're sitting right next to him.
Yay! Hold on, I'm like blocking myself with my microphone. Let's.
Whatever.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Please, more of that.
Huh?
Is there any way like you could turn it sideways? Because if you could turn it sideways and put it in between the two of you with the line going the other way, because you had the line going across your face, and Greg, let's be honest, we're recording this visually so that we can see you.
How so? I mean, it's here, like here, like
Yeah,
where
no,
are
I
you
can
talking about?
see
Like,
you, but when you put it in between the two of you, the line goes across your face.
oh, like that?
Yeah, so is there a way you can turn it? Or what is that? Oh, that's
It's
your
a
pop.
pop. It's
Yeah.
my pop filter.
It looks like a giant monocle.
Indubitably. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Indubitably.
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 Is it better or worse?
Ha ha.
Better or
One,
worse? One or two?
two, one. No, I'll just make it all the noise in the world. I'll just move it for the time being. It's with it down low like that. It shouldn't be too bad. How do we sound? Do we sound terrible?
You sound amazing.
Sultry.
With it down this though, I kind of want to fart.
Please don't.
I got trapped in a corner, don't I?
This is one of those.
The mic.
This is one. Well, this is one of those situations too. So like, if he does it when we're on the podcast normally, so he's at his house, you're at your house, I'm here at mine. Yeah, we hear it. I laugh, but I don't have to smell it.
Right.
I don't have to have that surprise because yes, I still remember. I think we've Twizzlers, and then the one time I think we've told that story when we were in Owensboro, Patrick, after you came back and you were going to school there, and you came back after your first year at Louisville and you moved back to Owensboro.
Only year at Louisville, but yeah, keep going.
So after your year at Louisville,
right?
But Mr. I'm done with your masters now? Okay. Anyways, no, you'd come back, and you were there. We were there at the house together. But we'd gone to, it was Wednesday night service.
Yep.
Do you remember that story?
Oh, I sure do. Yep. And
I had.
You know what? When it happens, it happens.
It does. But man, was it funny! I still laugh about that. That's a good story. Just Alex's face, and long story short, I'll repeat this story real quick because it's very funny. So we went to church. It was a Wednesday night church there in Owensboro. We had come in a little bit late. Patrick had just gotten a new phone. He had a Nokia. You did. You had a Nokia because those were the everyone wanted a candy bar phone back in the day.
Oh, yeah.
Well, Alex and I were fascinated with this phone, and we weren't allowed to sit next to him because he had the phone and everything else. So we get back there, and also we would cause trouble when we were all three sitting next to each other. So what we did is we separated. So we came into the chapel. Patrick sat on one end of the pew, Alex was in the middle, and I was at the far end. So we're spread out probably 10 feet each, a good 10 feet. Well, I had gas.
No.
And I passed wind. I farted in the middle of church. Well, I tried to bury it in the pew, and it was so loud, like not so much loud like noise out, but it made the pew
made waves.
And Patrick felt / slightly hurt it, and he looks over at Alex and was gave him the face like, what are you? What? And then this is him. It wasn't me. It wasn't me. It wasn't me. He's pointing at me. Oops.
Yeah. It's a funny thing about solid wood. It just reverberates.
It makes noise.
Sound travel.
You will hear. Oh, Liz is on. Hi, Liz.
It's also fun when you're in a pew and you get a little rowdy.
Mm-hmm.
And when you get a little rowdy, sometimes elbows, which are hard points, and heads, which are hard points, when they connect with the pew, everybody knows that that the Richmond boys are getting a little rowdy in the back. So, yeah, again, another reason why we were separated by 10 feet because, yeah, we're guys. We can't keep our hands to ourselves. So, you gotta keep them separated. So yeah, good times. So we're meeting on Saturday at 3:00 in the afternoon.
Yep.
You guys are together. You
Yep.
stink. What is going on?
So obviously I've only got a couple weeks left for I've actually today is the 16th. I have a month and I am moving.
Wow. Wait, where?
California.
Job related.
Job related, yes. Yeah. You know, going to a new unit, be my last move before I move again to retire.
What do you mean move again to retire?
So like this will be my last like move for the Marine Corps for work. After that, like the last move I'll be making is when I move wherever I'm to retire. When I retire, I'll be coming most likely back to the East Coast.
So this will probably be your last duty station? Is that what you're saying?
This will be my last duty station.
Okay, rock and roll. And
No,
you're
terrible.
How old?
35.
Yeah, shut up. I've said that a lot today. Ladies and gentlemen, I do apologize. I'm going to have to put a parental warning on this episode. I'm so sorry. Young years.
You're going to pay Grandma, God bless her. You probably owe her at least $4.
Yeah, just in this episode alone. I'm sorry,
give or take.
Grandma. Love you. So, last duty station, that's pretty sweet. That's pretty sweet.
I'm excited in that respect.
I imagine so, man.
We've been trying to take as full advantage and get as many chances to, see each other. And, Brandy and I have been trying to hang out with friends and visit with friends and do everything we can before we leave. So I'll go first if you want. I'll talk a little bit. I know I didn't really talk. We didn't meet last week.
Yeah, sorry, ladies and gentlemen. I know I did get a phone call. So
that was
you got a phone call?
I got a phone call. Hey, where's the last episode?
Who called you?
It's okay. It's okay. A very loyal listener.
That is awesome.
That's very sweet.
Well, I take the full blame for it. I'm the guilty one. It was Brandy and I's anniversary last weekend. We were, celebrating. We're not married yet, so we've been we celebrate the when we met, kind of our engagement actually kind of is about the same time. So we love September. So last weekend Friday through Saturday I was busy. Friday we went to a happy hour at a restaurant. We got dinner at another restaurant that we had never been to that again we wanted to try because we're not going to be here much longer, so we wanted to have that opportunity to try. Had steaks. Not gonna lie, I wasn't impressed.
You didn't like Fahrenheit?
No.
No.
So the restaurant is sorry to knock them, Fahrenheit 132. Their food's good. Like let's not beat around the bush. The food is good, but being with a woman whose family owns a beef cattle farm and they've raised their all the beef in their house, everything that they use to cook from one of the cows that they raised there on the farm.
I like how you pointed at me when you said cows they raised on the farm.
The cows on the farm. No, he's not here, but he is.
He side chopped you. Ladies and gentlemen, today's visual cue is side chops.
Side chops.
There you go. Continue on.
Or the...
Yes. but no, like it was a good cut of steak. It definitely, I mean, it was cooked perfectly. Like that was the best part. It was medium rare. It was well seasoned. It was an aged. It's the first time I've ever had an aged steak. I have never tried dry aged beef. definitely I mean, I can taste the difference.
Yeah.
I've never had an aged beef.
Never had an aged beef. So have you seen it before? Are you familiar with it?
Yeah, you set it out intentionally and let it mold.
Yeah. Well, you don't set it out. You put it in a temperature controlled environment.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
That's how you make yourself sick.
That sounds tasty.
It changes the flavor profile, that's for sure. But it was interesting. So we had dinner there, and then someone drove. Did we both just look?
Yeah, both did. Yeah, I kind of.
There was a flash, like the lighting. That was interesting. So anyways, we had dinner there, and then checked out there's a new brewery that just opened downtown. There's a new brewery that just opened in downtown Fredericksburg. So we went and checked them out. Had drinks with a couple that we're really good friends with, and then turned around and actually went to the theater downtown Fredericksburg.
Wow.
The acting.
Oh, that's Italian.
And we actually went and saw. They were doing a production of Clue.
Oh, neat.
And it was a riot. The director.
Adaptation?
Say again.
The movie adaptation.
So I don't know which came first. If it started as a the board game came about, and then I don't remember if someone created the stage show first, which then got turned into the movie, or if it was the other way around. I didn't look it up, but it was a stage adaptation of the the story of Clue, and it was a riot. The director loves innuendo and hard and fast jokes, and they did not pull any punches. They made sure that almost every other line was something, whether it was social commentary or political, sexual innuendo. They made sure they put something in there that got you to laugh. You would have found something that you found funny.
Okay.
So it's just, and again, like, tickets weren't that expensive, and we were literally we thought we were one row back. Turns out we were literally sitting on the front row.
Oh, nice.
In this, maybe 60 to 80 people in the audience. So very small, very intimate. Yes. And for a good 2.5 hours, we laughed and laughed and laughed, and the way they end the show is by intermission you get a sheet of paper and you get to write who you think did it with what in what room.
Oh, cool.
And at the end of the play, they actually will grab a handful of those out of this jar, and as they're doing it, they basically rewind the play, and then they come in and they get the accused and play the end of the play if that was what happened, and then they'll do it again, and they end up doing it like 6 or 7 times, and each time it's different. It's very entertaining. But again, local performance. One of the actors was he's a high school student here in the Spotsilvania County. So it's just
Spotsilvania.
That's the name of where we live.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds like that was drawn out of a hat too.
Spotsy, got it.
Spot.
So yeah, so Friday night was all of that, and then Saturday. What did I do on Saturday? I forgot. I did some. We continued this. Oh, that's right. We ended up. So we had gotten tickets to the Cider Festival here in Fredericksburg. So there was a huge cider fest, and we ended up going to that, and that was an absolute blast. And it lasted all day, and then I think we ended up going to a Mexican place for dinner that we really like.
All around the world.
It just, Friday to Saturday, it was nonstop. We were just constantly on the move, and it was great. So I feel bad. I'm sorry. I missed us. But
I missed us too.
I missed us.
We were there.
You were there. Yes. Apparently, Magic the Gathering is. We're gonna start playing Arena.
Maybe.
Yes.
Maybe.
Can you play it on your PC?
Yes.
Oh. Very well then.
Yes.
In addition to your phone.
I haven't seen it on the phone yet.
Oh, it's not on the phone?
It is on the phone.
Is it on the phone?
It's on the phone.
It's on the phone.
Yeah.
It's on the phone.
Yeah. You can't be on your phone and on the computer at the same time.
It's in the computer. Oh.
As you hold up your phone?
That's right.
It's in the phone.
Okay.
Yes.
It's on the phone.
Picked up a new game actually on my phone.
Uh-oh, really?
Yeah, Trigger Alex. Professor Layton.
Not familiar.
Came out for the Nintendo DS originally. It's a puzzle game. You solve a boatload of puzzles. I love it. It's fun. It's relaxing, and it's a change from my normal go-to, which is Free Cell.
No.
I've told you guys this. It's still one of the funniest things to me. I have I didn't pay that much, but it's a $2,000, it's the fancy fold phone.
Oh, right, yeah.
And my favorite thing to do on it when I play something is to play Free Cell.
You said Free Cell?
Free Cell.
You're such a grandpa.
Yes, right? I'm an old man.
Alex, that look was like, that was rude.
He right.
I play solitaire.
Oh, come on.
I like Free Cell. I'm sorry. It's fun.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
Spider solitaire is great too.
You guys are so old.
Yeah. Put my headphones in, listen to my book, and play a couple of games of solitaire. It's usually what I do to wake myself up.
You use solitaire to wake up.
Yeah.
Get his brain working.
Gets the neurons firing.
Pew.
I know I'm awake when I'm like clicking through moves and I'm like, oh wait, yep, I should have done that. Okay, yeah, I need to play a couple more games because I obviously need to wake up.
There's some truth.
That answers that question.
Yes, it does.
Mm-hmm.
What about you, Alex?
It's been interesting, man.
Yeah? Tell us about
I've been on nights.
Yeah.
So we started, well, the last podcast we did was a Sunday night. And I immediately went into nights. So I've been running nights for the last 2 weeks. Boys, I'm tired. I'm real tired.
I can imagine.
We're I'm scheduled for a 10-hour shift, and as you guys know, any sort of schedule when it comes to that stuff, you add on an hour on either end. So at 10 hours becomes 12. And then, yeah. Oh.
That.
Well, Philip's in the chat now.
What?
Hello, Philip.
Also, I vote now?
Yep.
I would hope you did, Philip. Your head would explode if you didn't.
What was that?
Thanks, Philip. Appreciate that, bro. Also, I fart now.
Yep.
That's that big
notes.
engineering brain right there.
That's going in the notes.
For the win.
For the win.
But I want to hear. So I know you're on nights, but
Yeah.
you started telling me about Friday Night Magic.
Oh yeah.
I want to hear about this. Patrick, did he tell you?
Yeah.
Told him last
You
week.
missed it.
Oh, I missed it.
You did?
I want to hear the whole story because this is awesome.
Well, I keep telling you guys day in and day out, support your local game store.
Yes.
All right, it pays dividends. Because usually on Friday nights they do a sponsored event by Wizard of the Coast called Friday Night Magic. And essentially they have Commander Night. So every Friday, depending on the time, they stay open late so that people can go around and play. Normally they close at like 9. But the event doesn't usually start until about 8:30.
So that's like
So
4
that's
games
not
to
enough.
you.
Yeah. Well, I mean, for me, yeah,
Yeah.
but for
Yeah.
the regular person, no. I seriously misjudged it.
Oh, Alex is irregular.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I had fun, but I thought by going and doing this event that everyone who goes is, it's going to be on the same caliber as, the guys that I play with at work. They have the same kind of ideas. People build like really high power stuff. They're all trying to beat the other guy.
Mm-hmm.
If you go, have the conversation. Because more often than not, it's a very very casual game, and which is the great part about playing Commander is you can go and you can have a good time, or you can go and you can win. Either one.
Okay.
So I started asking questions as soon as I got there because I didn't want to go and be that guy. Hey, how's everything going? This is my first time coming out here. Obviously it's not my first time playing, but it's the first time I've done an organized event like that.
Sure.
So I started asking the other dudes, they assigned me to a pod. I sat down in my 4-man group. And the way that everything worked is it was basically a double elimination tournament. You sat down and there were 16 different groups. So you sat down and the winner of that pod, they only give you enough time for like a game, which is about an hour in Commander. You sit down, they give you, whoever wins that pod advances to the next round. Now, mind you, everyone else still gets to play, right? So the losers, they're just going to keep shuffling the pods around. But the main table you want to be at the end is the one who has 2 wins. So you win the first round, you win the second round, you get to play in the third round.
Right.
Which is pretty great, Well, I sat down at the first table and I started trying to have the conversation. Hey guys, what kind of power levels we play in? What I've never done this organized before. And the guy who was sitting right across from me set the mood for me for the rest of the evening. He was playing 2 commanders. He put them face down. He goes, I'm not telling anybody what I'm playing because I don't want you guys to automatically just counter pit me. I said, okay. So I reached for the fun box.
Yeah.
The fun for me, not for you.
He didn't come to have a good time, folks.
No. It's a casual game, apparently. But the guy who sat across from me was very determined to make sure that he would come out on top. So I said, okay. And I automatically assumed that everyone else had the same thought that I did. So I shuffled up, I let someone else cut, and I drew my first 7, and I said, well, if this is a, casual, this is not an opening hand win. If it is not casual, it might go to turn 3.
You said this out loud?
No.
Okay, you said this in your head.
Yes.
Got it. And?
I hope so.
So we rolled to go, and I got to go first. So we started the game. I put my commander up in the little spot that I usually keep him on to start. For anyone keeping track, I play Kinnan. competitively. Because if I like to, I can sometimes win on turn 1.
It's just so stupid. How much mana do you have?
All of
One.
Yeah.
What are you doing now?
Going
Playing
into-
everything.
So my opening hand consisted of just some stupid stuff. Right? Like I had a soul ring in my hand, which obviously, that's fun. But I also had a card in there called Staff of Domination. And well, no joke, it's a 3-drop. It has 5 different things you can do with it. And one of the 5 is you can draw a card. If you have unlimited mana, you can play it however you'd like to play it. So turn 1, I drew my infinite combo. Top of my deck. Turn 2, I got something that only really mattered as long as I had Kinnan. Turn 2, I played Kinnan. Played this other thing for free. I had 3 mana. I was able to play my ultimate combo. I put down Staff of Domination, and I looked around at the rest of them and said, I win.
What?
The guy sitting across from me was like, dude, what are you kidding? I said, I asked you guys. No one would tell me what they're playing, so I assumed that we're going hard. And he was like, yeah, okay, sure. All right. I was like, well, you guys go ahead and continue to play. I'll just
I'll go to the
excuse
winner's
myself
table.
from the rest of this game. I went up and I told the dude that I won the pod, and he looked at me and looked at the guy standing next to him, and he was like, dude, what are you playing? And the guy standing next to him was like, oh, he probably plays Kinnan. I was like, yeah. Is that a bad thing? And the guy standing next to him was like, no, I'm the Kinnan player. I was like, oh, that's great.
Oh no!
I beat him too.
Did you?
I'm sure he probably watched your deck and was like, I never thought about that.
Yep.
Oh man!
It was fun. But I got to go and play the rest of the round with them when they finally finished their game. And I played something completely different. I played the deck that you played against last night.
Oh, the Angel deck?
Yep.
Yeah, that one's still...
Yep. That one was too hard for him. So
His idea of a casual deck is one that wins it, like I played one of his precon one of the new precon commander master decks that he let me borrow to play with, and we're deep into the game and I'm trying to get things rolling. Myself invulnerable to a creature type or to a type of
card type.
A card type. He's like, I name creatures.
Yeah.
He's like, nothing you have, because everything's you attack with creatures.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, you can't attack.
Yep.
Can't any creatures that target any creature that has a target ability does not work.
Nope.
I had all kinds of stuff on the. I put all like it got ridiculous because I was playing with the Eldrazi deck and it's all about dropping, like it has a cascade ability.
Right.
And as soon as you play it, you can start cascading
Mhm.
and putting, pulling cards and just playing them,
Right.
which was
Right.
cool. But it's like, oh, this card comes onto the field for free. It does nothing
Nope.
because he is immune.
Yep.
I had to find a card that I could get rid of. I finally got rid of that, and then he got an infinite combo that he ended up creating
10.
10 angels. And each angel gets a +1/+1 for each other angel. So his highest angel was like a 14/14.
16.
16, thank you. 16, and then a 15, 14, 14. Yeah, I was dumb. it was like, I have all of these cards, and they all have flying,
Mhm.
and I can't touch him,
And you're done.
and I'm dead.
Yeah.
But it was well played.
Mhm.
But no, we played last night, and yeah, no, his idea of casual is still rough
Yeah.
ish.
Smash. Yeah.
Yep.
So Alex, did
Well,
you?
it was a casual, like it wasn't turn two smash. It's like, I'm going to play nicely, but I'm still going to smash.
Oh yeah. So did you end up winning? Like, did you win the night?
Oh, I did. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I played in the second round, and I did the same thing. I sat down at the table, and I was like, what kind of stuff are we gonna play? Or how high are we going? And the guy's like, let's go high power. I said, okay. Put Kenan down, and all of them just kind of looked at me. I was like, what? So we ended up playing, and obviously I won that one.
Right.
And then I go to the final table, and I'm sitting across from the other Kenan player, and he kind of looks at the rest of the table and he goes, "Let's go CEDH." I said, "Sure." So EDH is small form for commander, right? And then CEDH is competitive commander. So there are no stops, right? Everyone tries whatever they can. Magic decks are based on like a power level scale.
Sure.
So normally, like an out of the box precon is like a 3. That's like as of 2 years ago. Now the newer stuff that's coming out is kind of higher. You'll see it like a 5. Sometimes you might see things like casual commander. People will say is like 7. Competitive commander, for people who have really high power stuff, or they throw all the money at it or what have you, is like an 8 or a 9.
Okay.
At 10 is something that's just ridiculously stupid. Like you're looking at turn 0 win. It's possible.
Like you don't.
There are
even-
ways that you can put down a whole bunch of stuff before your turn even starts, so that by the time your turn comes around, you win. I can go in depth in detail on that one if you'd like some other time.
We're gonna need a different
I'd-
channel. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Magic the Gathering community chat.
Oh
We're
my
here to talk about all things Magic the Gathering.
Yeah.
But
Wow.
There's color combinations where you can put down like 4 or 5 different cards on other people's turns, before your turn even happens. So that turn 1, you're just basically, you start your turn and you win.
so that part blows my mind. Like
Wow.
I get some of the, like, you heard about, like, you had the Power 9 back in the day. Now again, it's before my time,
Mm-hmm.
but these cards that cost, artifacts that cost no mana that you can play and immediately be able to tap.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. That's weird.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy, and really.
Zero drops are fun, because then you can get something out, Hullbreaker Horror, put that thing down, and you play a 0 drop, and then you return something else to your hand. So what you do is you put down your 0 drop, you tap it for mana, and then bam, then you just continue to go through, and you can get infinite mana from 0 drops.
Keep waiting for like some of these cards to get banned.
Nope.
It's broken.
But no, I sat across from the other Kenan player, and I beat the table turn 2. And he was just stunned. Wanted to look through, what I had done after the fact of everything. I was
Right.
like, yeah, sure. So, we'll see. Some people don't think about the things that I do and why. But I don't know. I just heard a car door.
Get no one.
That's okay. I'm gonna turn that way every time you
That
guys
way.
look too. So yeah.
Yeah. Hey.
Hey,
Oh, too cool.
what about you, PT? What you been up to?
Oh, I've been teaching. I've been teaching a lot. That's always a blessing. And I drove about 12 hours yesterday.
Ooh.
So my beautiful daughter is on fall break. And Grammy and Papa T said, "Come on down." And so we met them last night, along with Liberty, our dog. And they're keeping both of them through next week. And then Carrie and I have the wonderful privilege of going on an educational tour on Monday.
Sweet.
Where?
Greece,
What?
Italy,
Well, have fun.
Footsteps of Paul.
Oh.
Turkey.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, by way of Munich.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, we are highly blessed. And so today, when you text, or actually when we called this morning, Alex, we already had a checklist of things we had to do, and so I was like, yeah, we can make 3 o'clock. But we had to travel Atlanta in the rain. No fun. But we got it all done. And so now we're just chilling. After we hop off of here, I've got a few loads of laundry to do. But yeah, we leave Monday at noon. So
How long are you gone?
It's a Frank.
Oh, dope.
Hello, Doug.
Hi, Frank.
We will be gone for 16 days.
Oh,
Yeah.
have fun.
Thank you.
It's a beautiful. I mean, I know you've been to Europe before, but when's the last time?
Europe
High school, right?
Was 2000. Yeah, so 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
I can't wait to go back. I loved it. I had so much fun.
Very excited. Very much looking forward to it. And it's places that we've never been before. So
Yeah.
And Mom and Dad have been. My principal has been. My vice principal has been. So there's a few people here on campus who have been, and they're all like, "Buckle up, Buttercup. You're gonna have a great time." So
Yeah.
very excited.
I've been.
Yeah. No, the history and
Yeah.
you know the religious aspect of it can be a blast. Sure, a blessing.
Yeah. True.
But also to the food.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes.
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 We're all foodies.
Yes.
We
We are not the people that go to restaurants and it's like, oh yes, I want French fries
I'll have
and
chicken
a
fingers.
burger. Can I have some chicken fingers? No,
No.
no. Speaking of actually, off like talking about food, so I got to write a review for them. So I found a kebab place. I stumbled on it by accident here in town on what was it, Wednesday, and I knew I was in a right spot. Like I walked in and I was the only white guy in there, and it had like these murals of different mosques in different parts of the world on the walls, and they had the corner with like the traditional seating, like big family style, and there was a warning written over top of it in Arabic. I was like, okay, all right, here we go.
Wow.
And sure enough, like I ordered these, bro. These were some of the best. I got a lamb and a chicken kebab, rice, chickpeas. Can't remember what the type. It's similar to naan, but it's not.
Okay.
But it has the same. It's the same style where it's the slightly leavened, stretched out, and then cooked, almost like pita.
Right.
Flat.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. That's all I'll say. It's just wow. Like it was. Wow.
That's a great review.
So,
Man.
yes. So, if you happen to go, find the name of this place. Now I feel bad. So, Alex, talk for a minute while I pull this place up.
Certainly. Hello there.
Hi.
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 Yeah. So while you're there, Patrick, there's you have to try ikmik.
Ikmik.
Ikmik
Is
in
that a
Greece.
dish?
Yes.
Okay.
I guarantee you will absolutely love it.
Okay.
It's like a shredded wheat dessert.
Really?
Yeah. Absolutely. And then you guys are going to some of the big places too, like you're going to Athens
And Rome.
and Rome.
Mhm.
Okay. Depending, how are you guys getting to Rome? Ooh,
Flying in.
Are they? You're flying in? Okay.
It
Remember where the
bookends the
airport's-
trip, start and finish.
Okay. Well, there's a major train station that you can go like from the southernmost point of Rome. But there's, oddly enough, there is a pizza place that is right outside of the terminal. It's directly across the street. It's a big blue roof.
Okay.
It's not Domino's.
It's not Domino's.
It is not Domino's. It is absolutely fantastic. It is probably some of the best pizza that I've ever had in my entire life.
Nice.
Also, be careful while you're in Rome. They believe in a thing called table wine.
Table wine. Okay.
Table wine. So every single restaurant, if you guys sit down to eat somewhere, has table wine. It's what they use instead of water.
You can get water instead of, though.
You
no
can.
doubt.
Yeah. Yep. And they'll
'Cause
ask you if it's. They'll ask you if you want, water, if you want sparkling water. Not a big fan of sparkling water, but yeah.
I am.
Yeah.
I've got.
Well, you'll be fine.
Yeah, no, you have to be, if you ask for still water.
Right.
Still water.
Still water.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because it's still water. It's not carbonated.
Why is it so spicy?
Why is it spicy? So this is the place. I will hold it up so everyone. Well,
Ooh. Nope.
blinded out. There we go.
Kebab corner.
It is the kebab corner of Fredericksburg, America. Anyways, that was horrible. My apologies. It's over next to Total Wine in Central Park, Fredericksburg, and again, just really, really, really.
There is a total one.
Yeah,
Sweet.
Yeah.
So highly recommend. Cannot say enough about it. First time, and it's been a while since I've had like some of the best kebabs I ever had were in Baghdad,
Nice.
and I mean, expect that in that part of the world.
Mhm.
So to go into a place here and like it was just awesome.
Nice.
So.
Yeah.
But
They make a couple of different like olive dishes, right? But it's like they use the leaves for them. So there's a traditional Greek dish where they have the olive leaf is like wrapped around lamb, and then they kind of like bake that, and it has almost like a vinaigrette style. It's kind of sharp.
Sounds good.
Sauce over the top of it. It's usually an appetizer, but yeah.
Food talk. I like it.
so it's like 4:00 local time, and
Yeah, I'm kind of sorry.
Well, if we're getting to that point, Alex, do you have a question for us this week?
It's kind of a shorter one, but sure.
I can dig it.
All right. Well, the internet tells me, one, I have connectivity issues.
Aw.
really?
No,
Oh,
that was a joke.
okay.
Uh,
Like, what's wrong with my internet? My Wi-Fi is good.
hey, Leslie, I typed your symptoms into Google, and it says you have connectivity issues. My favorite Parks and Rec joke ever. And that was actually a made up on the spot from Chris Pratt.
Yeah.
So,
Chris
yeah.
Pratt.
Yeah, Pratt.
Brat.
Pratt. But no, so I had it. Oh, there we go. So
I thought he was glitching out.
Loading.
my mind does that sometimes.
Mine does too. All the time.
The steel trap is still there, but sometimes it just
Guilty.
goes meh. Anyway, So thinking about things and looking at stuff. We're talking about useless skills.
Okay.
So, gentlemen, this evening, afternoon, good night,
Now.
whatever you would like now. What would you define as your most useless skill? Because we could talk about useful skills all day.
Oh,
That's
sure,
fine.
Sure.
Mm-hmm. Useless skill.
Yeah. Oh, I kind of
can do
got
this.
made fun of it today, but it turned out to work in our favor because of the rain.
Mm-hmm.
But I can find a parking spot pretty close almost every time.
Hmm.
So,
I don't think that would be useless though. That'd be extremely useful.
if you need it.
It's all these wide open spaces, man.
If you don't need it, then it's like, oh, no. I don't know. That was a low ball for me. Let me try something else.
Oh no, you're fine. GNC.
I don't
Oh
know.
man.
Where do you see? Oh,
Oh.
I'm
Oh.
like, where's he looking? There's a multivitamin pack.
Oh, nice.
Like, it's one of Brandy's. I'm like, what are you looking at?
GNC. I can fold laundry really well.
Yeah.
Really well.
That's still useful.
Yeah.
But is it?
Everything
Really?
fits where it's supposed to. Yeah.
Ugh.
I can juggle. That's my useless skill.
I
Then we need to form a traveling circus. That's all there is to it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you later. We're Richmond Traveling Circus.
Bye.
Okay, bye now. I don't know. I don't know what other ones. Alex, you that's a good question.
It is.
It's harder than you'd think. It's
Nope.
like, what do you define as a useless skill?
Oh, I got one.
I can get a fitted sheet on a bed the first try.
Can you fold fitted sheets though?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, that's a useless skill.
I told you I could fold laundry.
Fair enough.
I watched a YouTube video.
Ah,
Yep.
Mm.
yeah.
Or is it TikTok? It was it's some
One of the
social.
two.
It was social media.
Yeah. Alex?
So my useless skill took 9 months of dedication. I don't know, that sounds weird.
It does sound weird.
9 months of attempting to do it every single day
Okay.
while I'm trapped on watch for 5 hours at a time.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
And I developed it. And it is probably the most useless skill. The only person that really appreciates it now is my daughter. She finds it funnier than all get out for some reason.
Okay.
I can make realistic fart noises with my hand.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was not that did not come out of the other end. That was in fact his hands.
Confirmed. That's good.
Mm-hmm.
That's good. I take it. I
Yep.
run.
I mean, it's the most useless skill I've ever done. But literally, while I was on the podium and I was walking around teaching classes, one of my favorite things to do would be to walk, down the rows and then stop, and then turn and face the board so that I'm, pointing out something, but my butt is pointed towards one of my students. And I would just continue to keep lecturing, and then without missing a beat, just
No.
and then keep walking.
I don't know why that's so funny.
That's the best.
It really is a useless skill, though.
That's quality.
Mm-hmm. As useless as it goes, but for some reason, what?
Good.
Oh, we went back to potty humor.
It brings so much joy.
We have come full circle.
So much
But all-
joy.
But all I can think of is it's like, oh, we've reached the apocalypse. Everyone needs to be contributing member of society. Mr. Richmond, your prior service in the Navy and all the things that you've done for our country, what can you do?
You're in.
That's right.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, no, that's hilarious.
Oh, that's the best.
That was funny.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Thank you. Thank you. I hate the word xenophobia. It sounds so foreign.
Oh man. Oh, you know this. Oh god, I'm gonna stop. I can't. We'll move on from that because. Oh gosh. That's a dad joke, but it's also.
It's awful.
Why did the girl toss a clock out the window?
Time fly?
She wanted to see time fly.
My wife.
I can't
gets-
answer.
Go ahead.
I can't answer because I can see all
You
of the
can
answers
read them.
in
Yeah.
front of.
My wife really gets angry whenever I mention AEIOU. She was recently diagnosed with irritable bowel syndrome. Oh,
Oh. But why?
This one.
Go for it.
No, you.
Oh, sure. St. Patrick.
yo.
Did you hear about the king that went to the dentist?
No.
He needed to get crowned.
Oh. Why did the gargoyle quit his job guarding the castle?
I don't know.
He was tired of being taken for granite.
What's orange and sounds like a parrot?
A carrot.
Okay.
How does a train hear another train coming?
It's rolling round the bend.
It chooses to?
With its engine ears.
Mm,
Yeah.
why did the whale blush?
It farted? No.
It saw the ocean's bottom.
Oh. Alex, I told my cat that I'm going to teach him how to speak English. He looked at me and said, "Me? How?"
What do you call a happy cowboy?
I don't know.
A Jolly Rancher.
A Jolly Rancher.
Once I read a book about glue.
Yeah.
I couldn't put it down.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because it was stuck.
Yeah.
A polar
It's stuck.
Yes.
A polar bear walks into a bar and says to the bartender, "I'll take a rum and Coke." Bartender says, "What's with the paws?" Polar bear says, "Well, I was born with them."
That one went completely different than what I thought it was going to. That was really well done.
Well, thank you.
One sounds like a sneeze is made of leather.
A sneaker?
A shoe.
A shoe, that's right. A shoe. My wife just sent me a strange text. "There's a man on the bus next to me who keeps farting." I replied, "That's okay. At least he isn't on your bus."
What?
There's a man on the bus next to me who keeps farting. That's okay.
It's okay. At least
Easty isn't on your bus.
bus next.
He's on the bus next to her.
Next.
Punctuation matters, folks.
Yes,
Sure
punctuation
does.
does matter.
Let's eat, Grandma.
Or let's eat grandma.
Love you, Grandma.
Love you, grandma.
Love you. What genre of music should you listen to while fishing?
I usually listen to country, honestly.
Something catchy.
And the adjective for metal is metallic. But not so for iron, which is ironic.
Oh, all right. What do you call a moose with no name?
Rode through the desert on a moose with no name.
Anonymous.
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 What do you call a potato wearing glasses?
Don't know.
A spectator.
A spectator.
That's good.
Nice.
I like that.
Nice. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that wraps up our episode 128 of Brothers in Arms podcast. We truly appreciate you hanging out with us. What a blessing it's been, even though it's during the daytime, but it is what it is, and here we go. The next few weeks might be a little sketchy, depending upon our schedules and how we can meet up, since I'll be about 7 or 8 hours ahead of these guys.
I remember doing that.
Yeah.
You'll be
7 hours.
No.
I was just there, bro. I remember doing podcasts with
7,
you guys.
Yeah, no, you're right. Because
at 3 in the morning.
Marseille is 6. So yes, 7, maybe 8. Sorry.
Let's see what works. It might be a Saturday during the day for you guys and the end of the evening for me. Who knows?
Yeah.
But we'll make
That's
it
barring you
Hmm?
having. That's barring you having internet. Too.
Oh, there's internet.
True.
What? The dog is making little whiny sounds.
Yeah, it's Frank. Come here, Frank.
Here, Frank. So, ladies and gentlemen, you can catch these podcasts anywhere podcasts are distributed. You can also check us out on our YouTube channel at Brothers in Arms Podcast, all one word. You can also find us on Twitch at Brothers in Arms Podcast, all one word. Twitch.tv/Brothers in Arms Podcast. And you can check us out on Twitter at YourBI Podcast. And we have an Instagram page. And that Instagram page is Brothers in Arms Podcast, all one word. So check us out there. You might see some pictures from Greece, Italy, Turkey, or Fredericksburg, for all we know.
You never know.
You never know.
So please participate with us throughout the week. We'd love to hear from you. Gentlemen, any parting remarks before we hit that magic button?
As always, ensure you drink your water, change your socks, and take Motrin. It is getting colder outside, and these things will prevent COVID.
Wear pants.
Did you just say wear pants?
Wear pants.
Wear pants.
Okay.
And what else should you do?
Support your local game store.
Ben.
Nice.
I'm going back on Friday.
Domination.
My favorite part, again, I just want to see, like, the next time around, like, runs into some of the same people and, like, hey, are we playing casual? Like, how casual are we playing?
No, I'll be more interested to see how many Kennons are going to be at the table.
That too. Like,
I gave him 2 weeks.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens.
Everyone makes a Kennan deck.
Or Alex walks in, everybody turns and goes, ugh.
Yep.
It's gonna be great. And I would encourage you, everyone, take your furlough. Take your vacation. Get up.
Mm-hmm.
Get out. And, enjoy that time. So,
Amen.
gentlemen, it's been a treat. Thank you very much for making this happen today.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'm glad we could make it happen.
Yes.
I am too. So, if you weren't live with us today, I will probably have this posted later this evening. And, good times had by all. So,
yeah.
Everyone, y'all take care. Be blessed. Love you.
Love you.
Love you too, brother.
Yeah, y'all be good. We'll see you soon.
Love you too.
Love you too, man.
Aw.
I get to hang out with him the rest of the day, though.
Y'all stink.
Fist bump. Bump.
Yeah, there we go.
There you go. Fist bumps. Fist bumps.
Love y'all.
Love you too, brother.
Love you.
Bye.
Okay,
Bye.
we'll see you later. Yes, I see it in the mirror. There's a hand there. Who else is in the room?
We're gonna play Ed Paper.
Spooky Ghost Man. That's a 0. Just scared all the dogs.
That was awesome.
There was 5 heads that just popped up. They all looked. They're like,
What was that? All right. Bye, everybody.
bye.
What's that button again?